Boxer Anthony Joshua has been injured in a car crash in Nigeria.
It was overspeeding that caused that accident of Anthony Joshua and his friends.
Those enter motor less, yeah? Let them take you out of here.
Anthony Joshua's car crash in Nigeria is a prime example of what many great Nigerians experience in Nigeria. When Nigeria happens to you, it happens to be a very Nigerian thing. And the shame is that this accident probably could have been avoided if there was good infrastructure, systems in place that meant that people were not living in such a dysfunctional way. You understand? No infrastructure, no nothing, no services, no nothing. I'm seeing videos of people lifting the man into a bus. Like the general public are carrying a world-class champion boxer like into a bus because he's had a car crash. Like,
yeah. Hey, boy, nyame na edi Anthony Joshua for fie nyame ena aba Anthony Joshua kwan mu. Remember
the last time Anthony Joshua visited Ghana, right? He said so many sweet things about Ghana. So this time around, he decided to go to his country, Nigeria, for December. You know, it's his country. So I believe his family were there. Guess what? Something tragic happened to him. And right now, Anthony Joshua said he's never going back to Nigeria. What a country, guys. Well, I'm here with the news and I want us to check it out together and, wrap our minds, guys. Let's get right into the video. And please, at the end of it, drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let's watch.
Boxer Anthony Joshua has been injured in a car crash in Nigeria, in which 2 men were killed and 2 others were unhurt. Officials have posted these images of a badly damaged car and a dented lorry. They suspect the vehicle Joshua was travelling in crashed into a stationary lorry on the side of the road while overtaking its speed. The crash happened on a busy expressway, described by local media as one of Nigeria's deadliest roads near Lagos. The boxer has family who live nearby. One relative told the BBC he was travelling from Lagos to the family home, and that he normally visits Nigeria around the new year. The state government says the 2 people killed in the crash were male foreign nationals. Local police say Joshua has been taken to the hospital after suffering minor injuries.
Hey, boy, nyame na edi Anthony Joshua for fie nyame ena aba Anthony Joshua kwan mu na nye sanka na enke na de karanti asempa me say Anthony Joshua coach na danfo ma This is the video. This is the video of Omo arriving at Nigeria airport. Car form say aka now. Car form say aka now. Che so mu kofi o. Enye say bi omo akoti so omo de omo ntade akogu ba bi o. Minia. Hey, bro, nyami yewo nyami bi o ho. Yewo nyami bi o ho. Bro, you need to be prayerful. In everything that you are doing, be prayerful. Cause Charlie Anthony Joshua be an empire Bobby and Ajina Fisa Mani we Minia aside no crown Anthony Joshua who be kankeke Minia ne now for new mufi outside the so mo ba vacations for Nigeria and at the mienu nyina ewu my video no footage of when they arrived at the airport, Nigeria airport. Mummy go video nana to one in your room.
Show you the streets of Nigeria. Oluwasina, the first Iranian ever to step foot in Nigeria.
Hey, 2 times this year as well. That's crazy. April, December.
That's why you're called Oluwasina now, bro.
That it was overspeeding that caused that accident of Anthony Joshua and his friends. It's very sad. It's very, very sad. Because I just watched their video on Snapchat where they were so happy to have landed in Nigeria, you know, dirty December. These guys wanted to come and have fun. And you know that Anthony Joshua just won a major fight. So you guys know that guy was in for some fun, not knowing that their fun will be short-lived. It would have made sense if all of them had survived. But 2 of his friends are dead. Do you know the type of guilt that guy will live with for the rest of his life? Especially because he was the one that brought them home. And it's not even their first time in Nigeria, according to what I heard. But this is their last in Nigeria and in the world. It's very sad. Overspeeding. They said they collided with a truck that was parked. People are saying the truck was parked right. It was overspeeding. If they weren't speeding too much, they would have seen the truck, you know, blah, 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 blah. But is there a right way to park trucks on the highway? No, seriously, are trucks supposed to be parked on the highway? Because when people come out to scream that these trucks are causing major accidents, they are causing a lot of havoc on our major roads, people will say, but where will they park them? There should be laws, strict laws. But until it happens to maybe a government official or maybe a major person, before they will pass some laws. Do you know how many people have lost their lives on that road because of some some trucks that are parked? And besides, are there no speed limits on roads? Are there no bumps? Are there no? I don't understand. Because every time we hear it's overspeeding. People speed abroad as well, right? But they cannot overspeed because there are streets, there are speeding limits, there are speed limits. There are laws safeguarding travelers. There are accidents everywhere. And you know the craziest part of this whole thing is, instead of people to get him help while he was in that vulnerable state, they were recording. People were making videos. They were struggling to gain access to him. They were struggling to touch him in that state. Sometimes people don't understand that a minor injury can actually become complicated just by touch, because you don't even know where to touch that person. You don't know where to hold them. Some people might have internal injuries. You won't even see the injury physically, but it might be internal. It might be through you struggling or pulling or pushing them that you will now cause more problems in their body. That is why there should be more education on how to offer help to accident victims. This is crazy. It's very sad. Look at the type of guilt that guy would live with for the rest of his life, because he was the one that took his friends back home. These guys are foreign nationals, sorry. This is a big deal. I don't know if I'm the only one thinking this way, but this is bad. This is bad, especially with the type of, anxiety, that type of excitement that was in their mind. May the souls of these 2 guys rest in peace. And I hope that better traffic laws are put in place. Because we keep talking about these trucks. They are not taking people serious. These trucks are causing a lot of havoc on roads. Trucks should not be parked on major roads. Trucks move everywhere abroad too. We see trucks everywhere, but you cannot just see a truck parked on the highway like that. For what reason? Why would a truck be parked on a major road, on a major highway? I don't understand. There would always be excuses, I know. Yes, overspeeding. They said overspeeding. They shouldn't be speeding. If they were in UK, they wouldn't be speeding like that, because there are laws. There are laws. People know. People abide by the rules and regulations of traffic laws, or what do I call it? I feel bad. This is sad. Hey, I don't know. It is well low.
Car crash in Nigeria is a prime example of what many great Nigerians experience in Nigeria. When Nigeria happens to you, it happens to be a very Nigerian thing. And the shame is that this accident probably could have been avoided if there was good infrastructure, systems in place that meant that people were not living in such a dysfunctional way. You understand? No infrastructure, no nothing, no services, no nothing. I'm seeing videos of people lifting the man into a bus. Like the general public are carrying a world-class champion boxer, like, into a bus because he's had a car crash. Like, Nigeria is a company, not even incorrect. Nigeria is a country capable of producing world level, athletes and things like this. But the infrastructure in our country, the services in our country don't support the quality that we're producing. And this is the sad tale of every bloody Nigerian. Do you know how many Nigerians didn't flourish until they left Nigeria? It's a shameful thing to say about your own country. Like, it's honestly, it's getting to a point where it's just ridiculous. Of course, he had an accident in Nigeria. The man has just won a fight, made loads of money, been discovered by America, all of these good things happening, and then you put Nigeria in the mix.
Bros, what did they find?
Wow. So it's an accident.
Everywhere. Good. Nigerians.
Has done it again.
Nigerians has done it. Oh.
Again.
Again. So, Anthony Joshua, who is British boxer, but a Nigerian. Ladies and gentlemen, just recently, Anthony Joshua won his bout with Jake Paul on the 6th round of knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, as Anthony Joshua made this money out of this box, Nigerians are not allowing the man to rest. Now so, they carry hunger. They ask the man money. Ladies and gentlemen, so in this Xmas, Anthony Joshua decided that he had to come home sweet home, to celebrate
the Christmas
with family and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, they are disturbing the man again in his own country. Christmas rice. You know, Nigerians and hunger. Because if you could hear from their president, he said, we are hungry and we will manage our hunger. So at this particular period, they are not able to manage their hunger. So now Anthony Joshua share rice. He share rice, but the rice some don't reach some other people. And so they carry juju the man.
Oh, the Irish president, is this news correct?
Where they use DBS. They use they control the man. Now the man got accidents. Cross with truck. Ladies and gentlemen. Now so you they watch, they carry arm from in vehicle. But anyway, the man is alive and hospital now receiving treatment. Anyway, we lost 2, and those 2 may their soul rest in perfect peace. Ladies and gentlemen, fear who no fear Nigerians. Anyway, Still power to the Nyash. One I'm Anthony Joshua on behalf of the Nyash and Nyash fans. We wish you speedy recovery and also run back
To the UK.
fast to London and India, or go back to US and stay there. Nigeria
This
not
is
good
sad
for you.
though.
It's not good for you.
Even try visiting
If
Nigeria.
care is not taken, they will kidnap you.
True.
If care is not taken, they will kidnap you.
Exactly.
This one, when they start, they use juju on you. But this one, a complete juju. Because at the sea, say that juju.
No.
Go back. Fast. Yes. Power.
Well, guys, accident can happen to anybody at any given time, you know, but seriously, Nigeria is not a place that I would advise somebody to visit. I mean, yeah, we want a better Nigeria. Yes, I'm a Nigerian and I want a better Nigeria because all my family members are there. But I would not advise someone to risk his life, you know, especially someone who is already having a home elsewhere. What I would tell the person is to relax wherever he is until everything subsides, because we are hoping and praying let everything be okay in Nigeria. Hey, we've been waiting for a long time. We don't know when it's going to be well low. We are not done with spiritual battles. We are not done with Boko Haram. We are not done with kidnappers. We are not done with, hey, accident, juju people again. Well, I don't know if what the Yansh president is saying is true about it, the accident being spiritual, but if you look deeply inside the thing, people are wicked too. People are really, really wicked. Okay. Anthony Joshua, sir, get well soon. The Lord will be with you. Amen. And as the Yansh president said, please carry your bag and run. Run and make sure don't look behind. Look at your life when you came to Ghana. Take a look at your life when you came to Ghana. How were you treated? You even took the motorbike and ride. Nothing happened. Now you decided to go back to your country, Nigeria. Look at what happened. People you went there to share rice. You went there to share rice. Guys, I have another video of, I don't know who this guy is though, but according to the, title of this video, he said Anthony Joshua is never coming back to Nigeria again. If I'm in his shoes, I'm going to do the same because my life matters a lot. Hey, it matters a lot to me. Ask me the reason why I'm not living in Nigeria, because I love my life. I love my life. My peace is my number one. So what else do I need?